Alright, so we're just gonna jump right into it. My biggest fear. My biggest fear right now is public speaking. I am not good at it. I don't have the confidence. It's filled with lots of ums and your nose, and the anxiety sets in, and everything I want to say, everything I prepared myself for just leaves my mind. It just leaves my mind, and I start to think about what the people think. I start to think about my image. I start to think about, what if I'm not good enough? What if the person before me is way better? So it's something I really struggle with. Now here, I want to show you some footage. One is from Christmas of 2015. I was walking around the mall with one of my buddies, and Channel 9 News just walks around, and this lady, she comes up to me and says, "Hey, do you want to say something for our bit?" And I'm just like, okay.
Some shoppers sought gifts that are less tangible.
I want to win. I want to see the Redskins get into the playoffs and own that division. That's what I want to see. I think that would be the biggest holiday present for me this year.
So with the second clip, this was from 2 years ago, and it was during a banquet. And what's funny about that was I was really trying my best to loosen up. And during the first couple of moments, I kind of said like the first thing that came to mind and cracked a very bad joke. No one laughed.
I'm not doing a speech on physics, so you know, try and bear with me. But you know, I'm glad we made it through the year. It's sad to see it come to a close, but you know, it's a new beginning to something different in our lives. And you know, the biggest question I ask myself is why.
And it was probably silent for about maybe 5 seconds, but those 5 seconds felt like an hour almost, because I really wanted to get them to loosen up, and I really wanted to loosen myself up, because I prepared for it, but I didn't really put a ton of effort. Sat down and I got back up. I'm used to that type of attention. And attention for me is usually people making fun of me and stuff, because I've always been bullied for a majority of my life, and that's just like not necessarily an excuse, but it's partly the reason as to why I sort of struggle with public speaking. I've always been like the butt of jokes, and having the spotlight on me was just really weird. And I've always been told like, yo, you're the youngest person. So when you start to tell someone, hey, like you're the youngest person in the room, any responsibility, or not responsibility, but you start to believe that you don't have any autonomy, and that people don't respect you because of your age. So going up on that stage at 23, 24 years old, and everyone else around me is double, maybe triple my age, it was just really strange for me to have that kind of attention brought on me, because everyone was there to hear my story. So that was kind of strange for me. So tying those two experiences, I think that for me, like I really want to have the ability to have a story that's compelling and strong, because I think that what I said, just what the words I used, my facial expression, it just wasn't as good as it could have been. But at the same time, it's just like a learning experience. And despite it being very awkward, I think that there's plenty to take away from those two experiences. I think that I need to go back and look at those clips again. I don't like looking at them because it's very uncomfortable. It's uncomfortable to see how cringy and awkward and how uncomfortable it was to see me in that position, because you could tell I was nervous. And I know what I'm capable of doing, I know what I'm capable of, and I know I could have done a lot better. Hopefully I'll get used to speaking to you guys, and I can stem from this. And if I get called out, if I get put on this spot, I won't have any issues in going up on a podium and talking to 50 to 100, maybe even 200 people without wanting to poop my pants, because I know that's how it is for you guys. Or not for you guys, but for me. I want to be that guy to walk in, you're like, damn, like he really just evoked some type of authentic emotion. That's what I really want.